editing. So Jamie Logan said the first bit.
Would Jesus be okay with gassing animals to death with gas chambers? Would Jesus be okay shoving animals in these tiny crates and condemning them and confining them to this life of suffering? How would Jesus kill an animal, really? Think about it.
Yeah.
When we think about all the great leaders in history, Gandhi, when we look at MLK, they led with love. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I choose love because hate is just too great of a burden to bear. Yeah. And so this is choosing love. Veganism is love. It's putting kindness into action. How can you argue that? We're here with you. We are here as resources, you guys, to help you make the change like we did at one point.
Yeah.
This is not to, you know, we're on the same team here. We should partner up and fight against the industries together.
Yeah.
To create bigger change, to leave the world better than how we found it.
Mm-hmm. Good people have been lied to pay for the most horrific violence unknowingly. Jay, you know, just educate yourself and then align your actions and your ethics. And the simple step is to be vegan. Mm-hmm. You know, and like you said, if Jesus was here right now, would he be stood inside the slaughterhouse pressing go on the gas chamber? Or would he be stood with the activists saying, stop this madness, stop this crazy atrocity that's happening behind me here? And all of the names that you mentioned before, who were ousted and who were sort of held accountable in their time, Martin Luther King, all these people, they're now praised for people who...
Hey, hamster lover. Welcome to the chat. So what I'm doing here is I'm just editing a video from one of another Project Livestreams days that we did, where we were outside a gas chamber again, but this was a chicken facility, so for like meat chickens. So this is another activist, Jamie Logan. She's absolutely amazing. She's incredible, and yeah, she came with us. So she's from I think New York. And she came over. She live streamed and got more eyes on the animals. But we were just explaining to the public like what happens to these poor babies. You'll see as I go on. So I'm just editing this video. There's a lot of footage because we were there for around 6 hours. So yeah, I edit this. So this will go on our other channel. It's Mel Steve, the other channel. But yeah, so feel free to have a nosy about what I'm doing.
The standard of kindness, empathy, and compassion. We look back now in embarrassment of the way that we treated them pioneers, and we'll do the same with animal rights activists. People in years will look back and say, yeah, you know what, them guys were right.
Have you ever seen the gas chamber?
People all come here for school.
Or do you work in the meat packing area? See how they don't want to speak to us? They don't want to speak to us. They know what I'm saying. I'm not silent. They can hear me. But they don't want to speak because they're embarrassed. They know that babies are going into this gas chamber. Those babies, by the way, are 42 days old. They're babies. They've got bright blue eyes. Their combs haven't even fully grown yet. They're that young. Yeah, they're literally little babies, 42-day-old. 42-day-old babies. They need protecting. They need people protecting them. So, yeah. This is so rude. They know they are doing wrong. Yeah, so the slaughterhouses are starting to get to know us. We actually have got spies watching our channel as well, which we know too. And we know that everyone has been told to not speak to us. Some people might, like the smaller slaughterhouses, they still kind of speak, but what they say is like they're more mocking the animals. So like we were at another place where they actually kill horses from like the horse racing industry, and there was sheep going into this particular slaughterhouse, and they were mocking the animals, laughing. It was horrific. There's even been investigations done by Animal Aid at these facilities too, and it's horrific. Like we put the camera up and over, and what you can see is like heads and skins, and I actually found a hole in the fence, and I put my phone up, and I'm pretty sure I captured them removing a calf that was still in the mum's body after the mother cow had been killed. They pulled them out, and what they do is they'll leave them to die on the floor, suffocating to death. That's the dairy industry, because cows don't just produce milk; they need to have a baby to produce milk. A lot of cows from the dairy industry go to slaughter still pregnant, so it's very common to see. One of our closest friends is actually an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, and he said whenever he went to a slaughterhouse where they killed cows from the dairy industry, there was always pregnant mothers still. So people just don't know. Like, people really just don't know. I had no idea. I thought I was doing like the cows a favor by drinking cow's milk. I don't know why. Like, I thought that. I guess just the advertisement and the propaganda that the industry has put upon us, and it's just so unfair. So, hi Maxwell, thanks for being here. That is terrible how they process it. Yeah, you know what? Like, it's horrific. Honestly, these are the worst places I've ever seen. And a lot of these places are also RSPCA approved. The RSPCA actually made, I think not last year, the year before now, made £4 million alone just from assuring farms and like gas chambers and things like that. Unfortunately, they've been corrupted. So the RSPCA assured scheme used to actually be called Freedom Food, so it was a separate thing. But because the RSPCA had such a good name for like animals, they basically were corrupted, and Freedom Food is now called RSPCA Assured. Because people think the RSPCA are amazing for the animals, they use their name to propagate to the public to try and make you feel better about paying for like pig screaming in gas chambers. The farms I've been on now are RSPCA approved. Like, we go undercover inside these farms. Absolutely hell. What we're talking about is like standard procedures as well. It's not like cruelty cases, it's standard farming, and the standard is the worst horror movie you could ever imagine. You can't actually imagine it. So yeah, I'm just editing a video where we're at a gas chamber. But just remember though, Maxwell, if you're still here, you can stop this. And the way we stop it is by living vegan and boycotting these industries. I don't want to pay these awful industries to do this to animals, but we as the public hold the power to remove ourselves, because it's all about supply and demand. If we are paying these facilities to do this to animals, then they will keep stabbing them, throwing them in gas chambers. For us personally, can live vegan and defend the animals. But thank you so much for being here. Please double tap the screen. Please feel free to subscribe. This is our second channel, and we're trying to build it up. We're just going to have it like as a live streaming channel, but we also have It's Mel Steve, our main channel, where this video will be posted up there, and other live streams and shorts and investigations and things are all on that channel too. But yeah, feel free to stay and watch basically the edit. So the reason I'm editing it is because it's so long. So it's about 3 hours here that I've got. I need to edit it down to maybe like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, because otherwise people won't watch like a 3-hour video.
Killing babies, like, you have to be so desensitized to what you're doing.
To just be doing this when there's a murder house. It's insane. It's insanity. Now, this doesn't break their heart the way it breaks my heart. In that shop right now with baby. It's insane. It's insane. It's insanity. That this doesn't break their heart the way it breaks my heart. In that shop right now we have babies. Thousands of babies who do not want to die for selfish people. So in here, this is where those babies are. Those 42-day-old little babies are in these orange crates here. And that's what they get unloaded into the gas chamber in as well. Strong people protect animals whilst the weak bully them. This one, bully them. This one. So this guy here, right? Right. This is his first ever live stream. He has worked so hard to create his channel and get 50 subs within last week, and he is now outside of a slaughterhouse by himself, live streaming to get views on the animals. The link to anyone else's channels as well is in the... So this guy here, right? Right. This is his first ever live stream. He has worked so hard to create his channel and get 50 subs within last week, and he is now outside of a slaughterhouse by himself, live streaming to get views on the animals. The link to everyone else's channels as well is in the link to animals live streaming to get views on the animals. The link to everyone else's channels as well. Yeah, so we basically promote other activists and other like people to go and do the same, because the more people see the reality, the more that they are going to change. Maxwell, I don't know why it says your message retracted. Yeah, no worries. So this incredible activist was super nervous about going to do this, but he knew that the animals needed him to be there, and I think he went to the gas chamber facility for pigs, another one in Norfolk, and he was there by himself, live streaming. It takes such courage to go. I mean, I hate being at these places. I absolutely hate it. It breaks my heart. I physically, I feel pain in my heart when I see these sweet little animals going into these awful places. But they need us, because they're the ones being gassed. They're the ones being killed, and they really need people defending them. So you got to put your own kind of feelings aside and just defend the animals who really need us. Oh, it's in the description, the link tree. There's about 20 different YouTube channels that you can go and support. So there's this one. I'll show you the next one. We've got Alex. He's currently running a vigil. So he runs these vigils. Let me just show you. They're who we're defending.
Yeah. They lift them up.
So do they be hatched there, and then they are taken to grown? Okay, no. So really good question. So what happens in this industry is that they will come from a hatchery, so like a big facility. It will just look like, actually, you know, Porton's Park. There is a hatchery at the entrance to Porton's Park. It's not associated with them, but they're on the way in. There's like a pub here. The hatchery is here. That's actually a facility for breeding chickens. We think they'll be breeding broiler hens. That's what broiler hens are, the meat chickens. But we don't know for sure. So, or they could be breeding egg-laying hens, because they're two separate breeds. But we're working on finding out more information, because we're running some bits there as well. So what they do is that, so I've gone fast forward a little bit. To start with, they have like a parent breeder shed. So this is like a farm where they have a lot of females and males, and they basically breed. It's horrific. The poor females are in an awful way because they're constantly being like the males are there trying to breed with them. Blue eyes, yeah. The place been to them. Oh yeah, I know that place. Been to the theme park. Yeah. So next time you go, you'll see the hatchery on the left there. Yeah, sorry. So they'll breed there. They then collect the eggs and they will take them to a hatchery. They will be in this hatchery, and then when they hatch on day one, they will get sent to barns. So I've never seen like broiler hens outside. So they'll be in like these big barns, probably around 15,000 chickens per barn. Or they put like a divider in the barn, and then they have 30,000 chickens in this barn. It's awful. I've been inside, and a little chicken actually broke my heart, because they've been genetically modified to grow so large, like very quick. And I named this little chicken Tiny, and she could hardly stand up. So when we entered the barn, a lot of the chickens kind of moved away, but Tiny was in the middle, and she was really small, but still very large. Like her body was big, but she was smaller than the others. She had a cute little yellow head as well, because she was so young, and she couldn't really walk. She was limping, and she was like chirping to me, and then she was showing me that she couldn't reach the water, because in these barns where they like poo and stuff like so much, the ground gets higher, so they move the water feeders higher. She couldn't reach the water, and she was asking me to help her. Now, it wasn't just her who couldn't reach the water. When I turned around, there was so many just like Tiny who couldn't reach, and those chickens probably would have died on that barn floor with dehydration. It's horrific. There was dead bins full of maggots. It was, and this is standard. This was an award-winning farm, by the way. But yeah, if those chickens reach 42 days old, this is where they go. So you'll see here, her comb isn't even fully grown. So 42-day-old little babies, and they go to a gas chamber. So these are the chickens people are eating. So like when you're like going and buying like chicken meat, these are the babies you're eating. They're literal, they really are just babies, but people don't see them. When you see a chicken, you don't see her. You don't see their little faces.
And they put them into an automatic gas chamber, and they'll die in these crates. This is where they're going to die. That's the ammonia burns, but they sit in their own room.
Let me just show
feces
you.
because they can't hold their weight because they're growing so fast. So all them burns,
little
they
head
sit in
here.
their own urine and they get chemical burns. All the feathers are the way they are because they're so stressed that their feathers just fall out and fall.
See how dirty they are? It's because they're sat in their own feces, and where their feces is acidic, it burns their body. So she's hardly got any feathers underneath here. Her body would be, it was red raw and would be burned. Maxwell, what about what the farmer should do to cows is naturally do it one at a time instead of all time and feed it right food. So yeah, we're looking at what happens to the animals here, but when you bring it down to an individual, hi Sophia, welcome to this live stream. When you bring it down to an individual, say you have one cow. Oh, thank you so much. This is our, I don't know if you do follow our other channel as well, but this is our second channel. We're trying to build for live streaming more, because then we can have two phones. Oh, amazing. Oh, thank you so much for being here. We've got some awesome people in the room, very open. Oh, some trolls starting to come in now as well, so oh, thank you. Hi from Scotland, welcome in. Hi Freddie, can I have a shout out? Yeah, also go watch Dominion. I just noticed I didn't stop being rude. Oh, it's all right. We welcome the trolls. Just everyone, if you could just double tap the screen, subscribe, it will massively help. I'm from Birmingham. Oh, amazing. So yes, to the person who said, what if there's like one cow and stuff? So I'm not sure if you're talking about dairy or beef, but in the beef industry, oh, amazing. Thank you for subscribing. In the beef industry, cows go to slaughterhouses at 18 months old. They're still just little babies. Cows actually should live for around 27 years old. These beautiful little babies still go to slaughter. Thank you for subbing, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe I'm talking to you. Oh, that's so sweet. Did you accidentally just find this channel, or were you already subbed? We haven't told anyone about it yet because we're just building it up, and I'm kind of intrigued to see who's the first one in. So well done for being the first one in who already knows us. Yeah, and if in the dairy industry, so the standard practice for dairy industry, whether big scale, small scale, standard is that cows have to have pregnancy forced upon them. Okay, because cows only produce milk because they are mothers, so they have to be made pregnant. Watch Dominion on YouTube to see how they do that. It's absolutely terrible. They carry their baby for 9 months, just like a human does. When they give birth to their baby, oh, Charlie, thank you. Oh, sorry, Shelly Taylor. I like your vid so much. Oh, amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. Can you shout me out so I can show my mum? Oh, definitely. What's up, Sophia? Nicole Ricketts, is that right? Have I got that right? Yeah. So if the mother gives birth to a female, what happens is that they take the female away from her and they put her in an isolation booth away from her mum. The mum will cry for her baby and the baby will cry for her mother. And when the female is sexually mature enough, she will then have pregnancy forced upon her as well. And then that cycle will happen. The mother then will be intensively milked, and the milk intended for her baby will be sold to people, which is ridiculous, right? Like, we're not baby cows. It's crazy how we've all been brainwashed to drink the breast milk intended for a baby cow. And yes, hi Shelley Taylor. Shout out to Shelley Taylor. Yeah, if they give birth to a male, so males don't produce milk. So the industry classes males as a waste product. They literally call males a waste product. That's somebody's baby. They do that because they don't produce milk. So what will happen is that they will either fatten them up for veal or sell them on in the markets for veal, or take them to a slaughterhouse just a couple of days old. I've seen little babies go inside these slaughterhouses. It's awful. Now, the reason they do this is because the farmer doesn't want to give the milk to the baby, even though it's intended for the baby. They want to make profit. So kill the baby, sell the milk to the humans, who then pay the farmer's wage. And then when the mothers, because this happens over and over, about 5 times this happens to the mothers, when the mothers can no longer stand up or like conceive and things like that anymore, they will then send those mothers to a slaughterhouse. On average, they go to slaughter around 4 to 5 years old. Cows should live 27 years. I've been at these slaughterhouses. We go every single week to these slaughterhouses. I witness these mothers crying and begging for mercy. I've been undercover and inside these facilities, and I've seen blood still coming out of the mother where she had given birth. No baby around. Baby has been taken away from her, and I've witnessed her bellowing out for her baby. It is traumatizing for them. Cows are so maternal, just like humans are. So can you imagine someone taking away your baby and you're in the maternity ward and killing them and stealing your breast milk intended for your baby? It's awful. It is such a rights violation, and they don't even have a right to their own body. These farmers call them livestock. Now, if you are sentient and you are alive, you are no one's stock. Let's just see the comments. Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you. I saw a van full of animals to be slaughtered. Oh, it's horrific, isn't it? It's absolutely horrific. Anytime you see a truck on the road, on the motorway, those animals, 99% of the time, will be going to slaughter. In fact, I'd say probably more like 100%. We follow trucks before to the slaughterhouse. We are there as much as we can. Like this was at a slaughterhouse. This was at a gas chamber. So before you guys come on, I'm actually just editing a video for our main channel where we went to a gas chamber for Project Livestream. So we live stream outside these slaughterhouses, and these little babies are 42-day old before they go to a gas chamber. Look how dirty they are here.
They are. They're panicked. They are.
So you can tell how young they are because here, their comb hasn't even grown. 42-day-old little babies with bright blue eyes.
We're so sorry. We're so sorry. And that's the reality of their body. That's the reality of what they live with. And then let's go down here and I'll show you the second section.
It's heartbreaking. Like,
let me just show you more. There were so many trucks that came. Okay.
There's literally someone's head on the floor.
Yeah, you should watch this.
This is how much they've thought of.
A van full of chickens, pigs to be slaughtered. Looks so small. Yeah, horrible.
Before I've seen a pig's head on the floor. They want you to see a product, they don't want you to see an animal. This is the reality. If you're not vegan, this is because of you. We got chickens at home who we cuddle and we love. Their little heads are just like this. This is insane, right? If this was a human's head on the floor, the police would be here and they'd be investigating this for murder. Here, this is legal. They've gone through a gas chamber and been decapitated, and somebody didn't put them in here to be hidden. They didn't hide them well enough, so now the world will see what these kind of places do to beautiful animals. You see the animals going through these gates here. This is how they come out like this. So you probably can't see much on there, but we basically found a head on the floor at this facility. This lorry on the side here would have all those parts of the animal, because
when people buy animal products, they don't want to see the head, and these industries don't want you to see anything that can connect you to the animal. So they will have a big container where those heads and stuff will go. And all you will see when you go to Tesco's or a supermarket is you'll just see the body parts. And you'll be thinking, oh, I'll have like, oh, a curry tonight. And you'll see animal products as no different to like an apple. That's how I used to see it as well. I really didn't understand. I never even for a moment really thought about it until an amazing activist called Joey Carbstrong did a video, and he was debating the dairy industry, and I saw inside of a slaughterhouse for the first time, and I went vegan on the spot. Myself and my husband both went vegan together. It broke our hearts, and I could not sleep. About 4.5 years ago, I could not stop thinking about the animals, and I knew we needed to defend them so bad, because if we don't defend them, who will defend them? Shadow, hello, how are you? Godzilla, hello, how are you? Welcome to the chat. I'm just editing a video for our other channel right now. So this is me outside of a gas chamber in the UK, where they killed chickens, baby chickens at 42-day old. 42-day-old little babies who came from these disgusting barns and then have been loaded up onto trucks. And what I'm showing you here is actually somebody's head on the floor. I'm so sorry. Man, I can see her eye still. Absolutely horrific. Look, let me just show you the individuals here.
I'm so sorry.
Because these, it's quite hard sometimes to get the blurriness to kind of go. So
Look at her.
This is horrible. This is horrible.
Look at her. How
Let
sweet
me
is
see
she?
her.
And her life is going to be taken for what? A sandwich. Tradition, culture, taste, pleasure, convenience. Her whole
Little
life for
babies.
her is everything.
Look, show how big this
And
is.
look,
please subscribe, double tap the screen,
there'll
and
be
like.
over 5,000 in.
Look at them. Look at her. What can she do to defend herself? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I used to eat chickens. I now have rescue chickens who I absolutely adore. They are so funny. They are so loving. Did you know? A fact you probably didn't know. Chickens purr. Did you know that? Let me know in the comments if you knew that. Chickens purr. They love cuddles and they love love. But unfortunately, chickens don't ever get the opportunity to ever feel love. So please rescue chickens. Chickens need rescuing all the time. Go in and see for yourself what happens. Roblox, hello, welcome to the channel. Please double tap the screen, guys, and subscribe.
Individuals just like her.
I'm just editing a
On
video.
this lorry. There's going to be so many lorries coming in here today.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, look. Can you see her? She's shaking.
Oh no.
So this is us outside.
I'm
So sorry, baby.
It's a gas chamber.
Oh.
We're so sorry. We're never ever going to stop fighting for you.
We
Ever.
never will stop.
This world needs to wake up and change. This is barbaric. This is absolutely disgusting.
She there was
This is
chicken
like-
in there like.
This is our fucking
Shaking
pavement.
like this.
This is ridiculous.
Did anyone else? So look at the state of their body. What was that?
Load of poo.
See this on here? That's poo all over her. So these chickens are stacked up in these lorries. The chickens above will poo on them, chickens below will poo on them, and yeah. I was outside a slaughterhouse and I was with these sheep, and I was stroking this sheep's head, just saying, I'm so sorry for what our species have done to you. And then we went all over their face from the sheep above, because when animals go into these slaughterhouses, they are so afraid that they will naturally like wee and poo everywhere, because it's like a autonomic thing that happens in their central nervous system. It's like fight and flight. So in flight mode, your body will get rid of everything kind of in your body, so you can get away from danger faster. So they wee and poo like everywhere. Why are the chickens so skinny? So they're actually not. When you see their bodies, I'll see if there's
Oh, look how
better
tiny
image. They're
she is.
massive. These babies are 42 days old. Let me just
so
see
sorry.
if there's a good bright blue eye. Shows
I'm really sorry.
how baby they are.
We're not the same as these people. We're trying
They're
to
babies.
help. We're trying
This
to help
is
you.
awful. This is why this needs to stop
We're
right
not the
now.
same. I'm so
It needs
sorry.
to stop right now.
I'm so sorry.
See how their comb's not even grown? They are little beautiful
I'm
babies.
sorry, babies.
That's what our species has done to them.
I'm sorry. We
Let's
love
see,
you all.
her
We
mouth's
love you
open
all
in
so
there at the
much.
back. I'm so sorry. So on this day I was witnessing these babies literally dying on these trucks. It's really hard in the moment, like we were live streaming and documented so other people can see the reality and hopefully that they will change and live vegan and defend them. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Doesn't feel good enough. All I can do is say sorry in that moment.
I'm so sorry.
Good people exist and this won't happen. I'm so sorry that you're a victim. So unfair. It really is so unfair. See them here? Oh, look at her. Look. So unfair. This is me outside. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not the same. I'm not the same.
How big these trucks are. Everyone in there is an individual. It's not just McDonald's, it's everywhere, literally everywhere. So people will say, oh, go to your local butcher, local farmer. It's the same. It's the same. It's no difference. The reason people say things like organic, free range, local is to make you feel better about paying for violence, because if you knew the reality, you wouldn't pay for it. So even like these places like local and all that kind of stuff, they prey on the violence of factory farming, but oh, we do it better. No, they don't. It's all standard practice. You can actually get a brand called VFC, so no animals have to be thrown into gas chambers. Otherwise, you're paying for violence towards babies, and no good person would do that. No good person would. I truly believe people just need to see. By the way, I'm not here to clash with you, Skynet. I'm just here to show you the reality and to defend the animals, because I used to eat animals and what came out of them, and I just didn't know what I was paying for. So now I go outside slaughterhouses, I defend these babies, because good people are paying for this and they don't know. Yeah. Feel free to ask questions, subscribe, chat away. I'm just editing a video where we were outside of this place. Got about 3 hours worth of footage to edit down to maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, because otherwise no one will watch like a 3-hour video. Yeah. Every one of them. Let me show you. Today, go into a slaughter again, and now I'm going to go this side and forced into the gas chamber. Alright. Look, chickens. So yeah, I didn't mention as well, if you did just come into the room, this is a gas chamber facility. This is a gas chamber. This is what happens to the majority of chickens, like meat chickens, because they're a different breed to egg-laying hens. Maxwell, it's disgusting. I'll change act to my diet. That's amazing. See what I mean? Like, good people do change when they see. Do you know what vegan means? Because I didn't know. I used to be vegans were real weirdos. I had no idea what veganism even was. A vegan is someone who is against like using and exploiting animals. So it's someone against the use and exploitation. That was always me. I always loved animals my entire life. But in my actions, I didn't realise I was paying for their violence through paying for things like leather, wool, meat, eggs, dairy, until I saw footage of inside of a slaughterhouse, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I've always been vegan in my heart, but from my actions, I wasn't. And I found it really liberating, because I could finally align my morals with my actions, or my actions with my morals. And it's really easy. So nothing really changes for you when you go vegan. You can have the same stuff just without the victim. So I'll have like soy milk, I'll get vegan chicken, vegan cheese, scrambled tofu for like vegan eggs. So easy. I was actually really shocked how little things changed for me, but it's everything to the animals. So thank you so much for saying you're going to make a change, because the animals really need you. They really need you. There's a saying that says, like, if not you, then who? And I use that every day, because I hate being at these places. I hate it, but I also hate what the animals are going through. So I have to be there, because if I don't do it, then who is going to do it? So yeah, we dedicate our lives to helping the animals now, because like, if there was like a dog being beaten up in the next room and you were in the other room, even though you weren't beating that dog up anymore, you knew someone else was, and you could have the power to stop that dog from being beaten up by that person. It's the same with like the animals. These animals are being thrown into a gas chamber, and I feel like I have a duty to stand in front of the victim and defend them. So that's what we'll do, forever until these industries collapse. And the way they collapse is by people going vegan and boycotting these industries and never paying for it ever again. And live vegan, super easy. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I'm not here to like judge you or anything like that. I'm just here to defend the animals and just to tell people what is actually happening, because people just don't know. I bet people have never seen a gas chamber before. Look, baby chickens. Look at them. They're going into the gas chamber here now. I'm so sorry. It's so unfair. Those chickens on their 42-day-old babies. This is the gas chamber here. Now you'll see, they will be unloaded and forced into the gas chamber.
While you're watching this, guys, please bear in mind, all this evil is for a sandwich. Here in a minute. So that green light.
Okay, let me just show you. So the truck's here that just entered. This here, let me move that. This here, that's the gas chamber. So see, it's got green right now. There will be a forklift that comes over and takes the chickens off of here and loads them into the gas chamber, and that's where they'll suffocate to death in there.
It's like a traffic light system. Green means...
We had someone... We had someone come to a slaughterhouse for the very first time, and you'll be able to hear their reaction. Let me just play this.
Here's the reality of your sandwiches.
I'm so sorry.
This is the reality. This is the reality.
I know. This is why we're here.
I don't believe it.
This is why we have to be strong for them and show the world what has happened to them.
I know, because I'm not a person with that.
We're going to change this for them.
It's awful. I can't believe it.
You're really brave coming today.
Do not choose to do this to them.
This is why we're here.
Choose
This
to
is
be
why
vegan.
we're here.
Choose to
We're
liberate
making a
them.
change for them.
This is not okay.
Ross, this one here.
This is not okay.
Really struggling.
Guys, we are live.
Their life to them matters exactly.
So that was a reaction of somebody who went to the slaughterhouse for the very first time, and that is the normal reaction to have.
These are the faces of your victims.
That's the normal reaction to have when people see what happens. It honestly is heartbreaking when you see these individuals for yourself. You see them looking back at you. Just, oh, all these babies are gone now. All these babies suffered in a gas chamber in the UK because people choose to not be vegan yet. Oh, Maxwell, thank you. You're a good, hearted person. You will make it through. God's KR. It's very kind of you. I believe most people are. They just don't know yet. So they need everyone. They need everyone defending them. Whether that's going to a slaughterhouse and live streaming, whether that's making a video or sharing someone else's video, being in the chat really helps as well. So we actually have another channel called It's Mel and Steve. So this is It's Mel and Steve live streaming, but the other channel is It's Mel and Steve. And feel free to subscribe to that. We have other live streams we do on there, investigations, debate tables. But yeah, even being on the chat and just subscribing and liking and pushing the heart button just helps push the video out. So that's kind of another way you can help the animals. So thank you for being here today.
Exploited because they can't defend themselves. Got X amount.
Absolutely heartbroken. As an activist, you try and stay strong. You try and keep those emotions like over time.
Oh, thank you. I see you pushing the heart.
A bit so you can do the work you need for the animals. But the moment any emotion comes in like that, like just it gets you so much.
Yeah, it does.
Look at her. Oh, look at them.
Automatic gas chamber, and they'll die in these places. This is where they're gonna die. That's the ammonia burns, but they sit in their own wee and feces because they can't hold
Look. Their last moments on this earth.
their weight because they're growing so fast. So all them burns,
A lot of them have broken legs
urine,
where they grow so fast they can't stand up properly.
All the feathers under where they are.
Their legs are like this thick. They shouldn't be that thick. We have rescue chickens like, and their legs are like tiny.
Because they're so stressed that their feathers just fall out and fighting.
Absolutely horrific. But no,
They are. They're panicked.
we can defend them. We can change this.
They know what's going to happen. We're so sorry.
They really need 2 million.
Nah, we need to harness that.
And I wish people would come here. I don't eat animals and I'm here witnessing what happens to them. I wish people that ate them came to see what their food choices are responsible for. And I think I actually screamed, I think, didn't I, when I first saw it?
Maxwell, yeah, there are loads of people laughing at people saying, here's another person. Yeah, people always mock what they don't understand. The farming industry is so massive as well that they put out a lot of propaganda and lies. They want people to mock vegans and be against vegans. But what people don't understand is that vegans are just someone who defends animals. And they just don't pay for animals to be harmed on their behalf. And I didn't know what vegan was. Hey, it's me from yesterday. Hey, me from yesterday. Welcome to the stream again. So what I'm doing today is I'm editing a video of when we were outside of a gas chamber for chickens. So these chickens at this particular place are 42-day old because they're like meat chickens. So in the meat industry, the chickens get to 42-day old before they go into the gas chamber. Egg-laying hens and meat chickens are two different breeds. So egg-laying hens, the majority go to a gas chamber at 18 months old after their egg production slows down or declines. All the male chicks in the egg industry get blended up alive as well. Something that I didn't even know that before I was vegan at all. Yeah. Begging to be with their mother or children. Yeah, exactly. Like I empathize with the animals just like as if it was me in that truck, and that's why I'm vegan, and that's why we defend them, because I'd beg someone to defend me if that was me in their position. Now this is another activist who came to the slaughterhouse for the very first time. I just showed her reaction. It was very moving. And yeah, is this like the right reaction to have when you see like these victims about to be gassed to death, these little babies? Yeah, your reaction is something that's going to stick with me forever, because not only was it such a powerful reaction, it was so honest, and it was the reaction I expect everybody to have. That's why I was just like, Wow, I remember you actually saying that you don't think you could ever come to a slaughterhouse and witness this.
Take their lie, just educate yourself.
Try their best. We saw the truth of our own eyes. I'm so pleased.
That's all you need. Any more than one is a bonus.
Yes.
If you gas chamber, it'll be
And care for somebody.
exposing these hellholes all.
Alright, so I'm going to show you something now. I'm going to tell my mum, yeah, absolutely tell everybody, watch Dominion on YouTube. So if you show your mum Dominion, or you can show her our videos on It's Mel and Steve, our other channel. If you just type in YouTube, It's Mel and Steve, and the purple icon will come up with like the same picture that's in our picture here. You can show them their live streams, you can show them Dominion on YouTube. Yeah, because before you see it with your own eyes, you don't truly understand. I'm going to show you something here. So this is at a slaughterhouse as well. These are all the feathers from these babies, okay? These are their feathers. It stinks in these places too.
So what Mel's going to be filming with the GoPro, the Osmo, is all the body part. This looks like all the feathers. This must just be feathers. I think this is just feathers here, because it was the heads and stuff in the one outside.
There's a load of red on here. You'll know what that is. There's red from the bodies there.
Or maybe it is heads as well.
Look under here. Look here.
Where's the blood? Oh no! All right, so it's not just. Okay, look at the blood pouring at the bottom of this truck.
Pouring with blood. I'll move past that as well, but you can. Yeah, have you ever seen that before? Standard in these industries. That's what happens at these facilities. They're literally killing these babies every single day. This is a 24-hour slaughterhouse as well, all the time. And it was like a conveyor belt, like continuously trucks arriving and arriving and arriving. With was there about 5,000 hens per truck, Steve? Oh, he's in the other room. Yeah, I think there's about 5,000 hens per truck. 1.1 billion chickens are killed just in the UK every single year. 90 billion land animals are killed every single year worldwide. There's only 9 billion humans on the planet, so there's 10 times the amount of farmed animals on the planet, and that's not including sea life. Now, where are all these animals? They're in barns behind closed doors. They're in barns in places that you don't even know is there. Like, when I first went into the farm the very first time, it looked like your local farmer, but when you get inside, I was like, whoa, this was a factory of hell. I saw mother pigs inside cages, they're called farrowing crates. When are you guys going to stream main channel? Friday. We'll be streaming Friday on there, potentially beforehand, but definitely Friday. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out. That's when we'll be somewhere. We don't say where because slaughterhouses like watch our channels to try and see where we're going to be. So yeah, just know we'll be somewhere. So this is our friend, another activist, holding her nose. Like, it stinks in these places. Tell us your story how you became vegan. Okay, yeah, good question. So 4.5 years ago, we sat down on our sofa and I was flicking through YouTube and I was like, oh, there's a debate here about the dairy industry. And I was like, what's there to debate about dairy? Like, cows just produce milk, don't they? And it intrigued me enough to push it. And I was watching with my husband and we were watching an amazing activist called Joey Carbstrong. He's incredible. He was debating somebody about the dairy industry, or just kind of like just chatting with them. It wasn't really a debate. And he was saying how cows in the dairy industry, they don't just produce milk. They have to be a mother to produce milk. So they have pregnancy forced upon them, which is something I didn't know. I just thought cows ate grass and produced milk. I had zero clue that they had to be a mum. And that's the only reason they produce milk is for their baby. I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I didn't even realise, like, they're mammals like we are. Of course that's what they do. But I was drinking cow's milk. I was like, yeah, I'm not a baby cow. And it was starting to like click. And then the moment that turned us vegan was seeing this mother cow around 5 years old, after having baby after baby taken away from her, been intensively milked. It was horrible. I saw her inside the slaughterhouse being killed, and I will never be able to get that out of my head. Myself and my husband both cried on the spot. We were heartbroken. We didn't even say like we're vegan. It was just a natural instinct. Like we thought, well, no one could have, like, it felt like no one could ever try and defend this. It was just obvious to us, like, we can't ever pay for that again. And veganism was like the baseline. It was like someone had taken off a blindfold. Then we went into the kitchen, and one of us got a black bag and the other one threw all the animal products we had in our fridge in the bin, because we went shopping the night before, and we were like, well, that's it. Like, we had no idea about anything. All we saw is what happened to the animals, and we went vegan for them. We didn't know you could be healthy. We didn't know protein came from plants. I didn't know there was vegan options for all the stuff that I had. And we literally thought we'd be living on beans on toast for the rest of our life. And we would have done that. We would have done that because I couldn't pay for another animal to go to a slaughterhouse. And we had like beans on toast for maybe like a week or so because we don't have a lot of money. So because we went shopping the night before, we threw it all away. We were like, that's fine. And then when we did go and do our like next shop, I was like, oh, it was so exciting. I was like, oh, they got vegan sausages, vegan burgers, vegan everything. And it was like so exciting. But I couldn't stop thinking about the animals in the slaughterhouses. And I felt really angry that I had been lied to pay these people to do this to animals, to pay farmers to do this and slaughterhouse workers to do this, because I love animals. All my life I loved animals, and I didn't know what I was partaking in, and I could not sleep, and I just knew that we needed to defend the animals. And we went out when we did outreach, so we went to defend the animals. I think I held like a sign. I was so nervous. I was like shaking, holding this sign, just trying to defend the animals. And that was the first time I slept after seeing the reality. Now my confidence has grown, and we go to slaughterhouses, we debate, we go inside farms undercover, just to try and do everything we can to defend the animals and show good people the reality. Because there's good people just like we were before we're vegan who just didn't know, and that's not your fault that you don't know. So thank you for asking that. Maxwell, how do they make the chicken tasty when it's really not? Do you mean like real chickens? So they cover them in plants. That's what they do. Like, so tofu is very similar in a way, because it's kind of like a blank canvas. You can spice it and put whatever in to make it taste really different. You can fry it, you can air fry it, you can put it in the oven, you can scramble it. It's kind of a similar thing. So tofu is epic for everything because you can make it taste like anything. It's crazy. Now, the first time I ever tried tofu, by the way, I literally got it out of the pack and put it in a pan and made it hot, and it was disgusting. It was like spongy. I didn't realize you had to like season it. But the majority of people who eat animals because it's just normal. Like in a burger, that's like a cow burger. You'd have like lettuce, tomato, ketchup, and the bread. Just switch out for the vegan plant burger, and it's literally the same. To the point people are making mistakes now as well. So, yeah, this is absolutely terrible. Yeah, it really is. And what you're hearing is just words. When you see it for yourself, it is the most heartbreaking thing I have ever seen. But know that you have the power to stop paying into this industry that do this on behalf of you personally today. You have the power to stop right now and never pay anyone to ever harm animals for you ever again. And I think that's really powerful. That's really powerful. And once you know better, you can do better, and then you can tell the next person. So, yeah. I don't know. I think you're going to make me become a vegan. Same. Oh, that's because you're compassionate. This is why we do this, because I didn't know either, and now, like, it's just like the best. It's the best thing ever being vegan, because it's just the baseline. I just don't pay for animals to go to gas chambers and slaughterhouses to be stabbed, and now I just get the the like vegan stuff. It's basically a non-action being vegan. You know, like how people are anti-racist. So it's just not partaking in that oppression to somebody else, and it's so much easier than you think. Please subscribe, ask questions. You can follow us on Instagram if you like, a message, and just say, hey, like, I'm struggling with this. There's If you have Chat GPT, you can literally say, right, I'm going vegan, write me out a meal plan that's super simple, super easy, that I can just go Tesco's or supermarket and buy all the new stuff. And it will literally write it out for you. You can be healthy. The biggest academy in the entire world, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, state you can be healthy as well, so you can thrive. And I didn't know all this beforehand. It was just like a bonus that I'd be living fine. Now that I've done all the research, yeah, it's so optimal for all stages of life. It's concluded, which is amazing. But yeah, definitely. A question to ask yourself is, how many more animals are you going to send to a slaughterhouse before you become vegan? And for me, the answer was 0. So regardless of what I knew at the time, I was just like, I'm not sending another animal to a slaughterhouse or to be tested on or anything, and I'll work it out. And I really did. It's the importance of knowing why. So why you're vegan is for the animals, and then the how becomes very, very easy. Just keep the animals as your focus. But yeah, you got this. Let me just... And I'm also, sorry, there's something covering it at the moment. Also, in the Lord Jesus said we can eat fish, but we eat so much that we didn't eat. Yeah, so if you're Christian or believe in Jesus, so there's actually a documentary called Christspiracy. I don't know if you know, but you know, like, he was called Jesus of Nazareth. The Nazareans were people who didn't eat animals. Back in the day, there wasn't the dairy industry or the egg industry, so they were actually classed as like the vegans, which is crazy, right? Fish translated back to, is it Amoraic? What the language Jesus spoke is actually translated to a relish. So you know when they say he ate fish after he came back, it potentially could have been a relish on some bread. But having said that, even if Jesus did at the time, or anyone did back in the day, they may have had to do that for survival. We have a choice now. We can choose to be compassionate. So when we have a choice, why would we choose violence over just being kind? So that's what I'd say to that. But yeah, a guy called Cam, I think he spent 10 years of his life doing this documentary, because he's a Christian and he used to be a hunter. He's now an animal rights activist. But his question that he kept thinking about before he was vegan was like, how would Jesus kill an animal? And he was like any way he tried to say, he was like, no, it doesn't make sense. So he went on this mission, and yeah, it's very interesting. Christspiracy. I think you can see it on christspiracy.com. Yeah, I'm gonna edit some of this video. Please let me know if you go vegan as well. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Just feel free to ask, subscribe, and yeah, comment away.
Psychotic. This is serial killer behavior. And people stand here and laugh and defend this shit. You should be ashamed. This is insane. So shameful.
You eat natural yogurt. Yeah, just make sure it's not made from dairy. You can get like Alpro. Alpro is great. Can you eat what animals produce? So like the dairy and the egg industry. So basically, the moment you see an animal as a resource or a product is the moment they are abused and used. So dairy industry, mother cows are forcibly impregnated. They have the babies taken from them. They bellow out for their babies. They cry for them. The males go to a slaughterhouse, just babies. In the egg industry, it's very similar to the dairy industry. The males don't produce eggs, so they get blended up alive in a macerator or put into a gas chamber. That's standard. Like, that's not like a cruelty case. That's standard farming. That's like the best of the best. And because basically all these animals, all these chickens come from a hatchery. So they basically sex the males and the females. The females will get taken away and put into barns or cages. And at 18 months old, when their egg production slows down, they get sent to gas chambers too. The majority get sent to gas chambers. Chickens have actually been genetically modified to lay 300 eggs every single year. Naturally, they should only be laying 12. Now, this happened because of backyard eggs first. So people used to actually have chickens like pets, like dogs, and then they realized they laid an egg. And then they realized I could sell their eggs. And then they realized I can genetically modify these chickens to lay more eggs so I can get more money, and so on. And that's how factory farming was created. So the root of the evil is seeing animals as a resource or a product for us. Same with like wool. The wool industry is horrific. They literally, they put bands around the sheep's tails until, like, they're so tight, about 1 week old. They put these tight bands around the sheep's tails until their tails rot and drop off. If you see sheep and you see lambs, go and have a look at their tails. They'll be like this big, or they'll be long with an elastic band around them, or the farmer will just cut them off. They also do the thing called mulesing. So they'll put them in this thing. It's like this contraption on their back. So like their legs are like trapped in. They cut their back legs. It's called mulesing. You can search this. You can search this without any anesthetic or anything. It's horrific. Instead of eating chicken, eat egg or banana. Yeah, so don't eat eggs. You can eat bananas, but yeah, eat scrambled tofu. If you put scrambled tofu with things black pepper, salt, paprika, and nutritional yeast, tastes so good. How much do USA eat? Yeah, loads. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but yeah, a lot. Is your sister also vegan? Yes, one of my sisters are vegan. Yeah, she saw what happened to animals, and she just was so upset, and she's vegan as well. Yeah. Gives me shivers. Yeah, it's honestly horrific. This is why watch Dominion so you actually do see it for yourself. I think it's really important that people do see the reality. If you're in the UK, like, go to a slaughterhouse, or anywhere, go to a slaughterhouse for yourself. If you type in ChatGPT, where's the local slaughterhouse, just stand outside on the public road and just witness, because I changed when I saw the animals for myself. I was a very nervous, anxious person when I do outreach and talk to people about animals and animal rights. But after I saw the first cows going into the slaughterhouse, it broke me, but it made me a lot stronger for them, because I was no longer thinking about myself and my nerves. I would have this strength for the animals. The animals give me my strength to fight for them. USA do, yeah. How do we spell it? Dominion. So let me just show you quick. If I get it on here. My spelling's awful. Dominion. Okay, this is what it is here. This is what it looks like here. That's Dominion. So it's DOMINION. Dominion. It's 2 hours long. It's not going to be an easy watch, but please continue to watch for the animals' sake, because until you see, you truly don't understand, because your mind can't take you there. Your mind's too innocent to take you there. So it's really important that you do see. Yeah. Oh, and that's just undercover footage, by the way. Like, that's just what happens in the industry. It's not like worst case scenarios. It's just standard farming practices. You'll see Joey Carbstrong recently did a expose. Actually, go follow this dude. Joey Carbstrong. This is the guy who turned us vegan. He's incredible. He just did an investigation on Saputo, or the biggest dairy industry basically, and what they were doing to these poor innocent cows. They supply Cathedral City, and other big brands. So definitely check his stuff out. He's an incredible investigator. He was an ex-gang member who now fights for the rights of animals. He exposed a halal slaughterhouse, which is now shut down. This one here. He did the first ever expose on the gas chambers in Manchester, Pilgrim's Pride gas chamber, and also the gas chamber for egg-laying hens as well. So yeah, check him out too. But yeah, I'm gonna continue editing this video because I realised I'm not very good at editing a video whilst I'm talking on the chat. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel. Please double tap the screen and follow us on It's Mel Steve on Instagram, and feel free to message us. We are here to help and support because we just don't want animals to be used and killed. And if we can do something to help them, then we definitely will. And I hope you join that fight as well. I'm relieved to watch, yeah. And please come back on the next live as well. Let me know how you got on. But yeah, definitely, I would say just make a promise to the animals. Just gonna defend them and not pay for them to go into these awful places. And then it takes about 22 days to get used to it. And then you're all good to go. Like, I don't wake up anymore and think, oh, I'm vegan. I just wake up and I'm like, yeah, I just don't pay for the violence towards animals. Yeah, I'll come back soon. Amazing. Cool. Yeah, let me know. And thank you for being on this live stream. Yeah, this live stream will be up, so you can always comment underneath how you got on watching Dominion. But thank you so much for being open-minded and being here. And we can stop this by living vegan and defending the animals. You can do this. Yeah. Thanks, guys. See you on the next